Hello, welcome to InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Mary Louise Van Atta.
We were talking today, does anybody really know what it's like to be a police officer, what they really face in life?
If you watch a lot of crime shows, of course you do.
Yeah, exactly. Is that true?
Not so much.
Not so much. Well, that's why we invited someone here today to tell us what it's really like, and even more, what you can do to learn it up close and personal. Would you please welcome in studio with us Jennifer Hingston. She is the Salem Police Department Program Coordinator. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Hello.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you.
Now, would you please set us straight? Is it really not like it is on television to be a police officer?
No, it doesn't seem to be the same. I'm not a sworn officer myself, but from the things I hear from the officers, it's not even close.
I just wanted people to know that I had heard from some police officers myself. It's hours of boredom punctuated by moments of sheer terror.
Exactly, yeah, that does seem to be the case.
But beyond the courage it takes to be one, citizens themselves can actually find out about it. And we wanted to talk to you about something called the Salem Police Citizens Academy.
Yep.
And bring somebody in who's actually been through it. Don't tell anybody, right?
I am a graduated citizen.
Well, why do we even encourage people to do this? What is the Citizens Academy?
Well, the Citizens Police Academy is designed to give everyday citizens a behind-the-scenes view of what happens at the Salem Police Department. So you may see things on TV, you may think you have an idea, but until you come into the department and take some of the classes, learn about all of the different units that make up the Salem Police Department, as well as going through some of the hands-on training, you may not really have a very good idea.
Tell us, walk us through it. This is exciting.
So the Citizens Police Academy is a 14-week program designed to give people a behind-the-scenes view, help people get to know their local police department and the officers who serve their community. It's designed for people who live or work in the city of Salem, and it's a free program. It's 14 weeks long. It's quite the commitment. It's every Wednesday evening from 6 to 9 p.m. And then there's 3 Saturday classes as well. So as Mary Louise knows, it's quite the commitment. You do have to stick with us for 14 weeks. But everyone who graduates just says what a great time they have, how much they learned, how thankful they are that they went through it. And we even have people who want to come back and do it all over again. So.
Oh, really? You can do that?
We like to have a little bit of time go by between the times that they come in, but if somebody has gone through a few years ago and then they want to come back, we do definitely let them come back again.
Well, as long as we have Mary Louise here, can I ask you what it was like? Why did you even do it?
Well, I had an opportunity to work with some officers on a foundation, and I really wanted to see what their day-to-day life was like. And I'll tell you, it was quite an eye-opener. What was most surprising to me is, first of all, did you know police officers are human beings with families and concerns and interests and things that they like to do besides just their job? And so to see the officers on every week and get to know them as people really changed how I felt about our relationships with our police officers.
Did you ever ride along with one?
I
Is
did
that part of the program?
Yes.
We do encourage every participant to go on a ride-along, yes.
And so that was really interesting. And I had a young officer, and she took me out on her calls, and we had some little bit of excitement mixed up with just some very routine experiences of, helping people that she'd found, on the street and checking in with them and checking on some of her folks that she regularly sees. And I got to see how complicated and focused they must be.
Do they actually go out on a course with the police officers? I mean, is there some sort of, tell me more about what they can expect when they go.
So every Wednesday evening is something different. There's a schedule, and the first night of class we start out with the chief of police coming in and welcoming the class, talking a little bit more about his department and just welcoming everyone. Each night we might have either 1 up to 3 different classes where different officers from the many various units that make up the Salem Police Department come in and talk more about what they do. And all of our officers that come and speak are amazing presenters. I think you would agree with that. They do a really good job, and they want to be there. They want to teach the public about what they do, which is great. And then there's the hands-on classes, which are primarily the Saturday classes. Those are the most fun. when else are you going to be able to go out and drive a police car? That's one of the classes you get to drive a police car for a whole day and, go through different courses, and that one is a lot of fun. I actually went through the academy myself when I first started there so that I could see firsthand what it was all about, and that was definitely the most fun class.
Fun and a little scary too. Just kind of good.
It was an adrenaline rush.
Yeah,
I think would be a
it's
good
a
word.
little, it's something else to see those vehicles in action.
I'm having a wonderful time.
What do you like so far?
Oh, speeding.
What is the main takeaway that the officers, all of them, want people to take away from their experience at the academy?
They just want people to realize that, like Mary Louise said, officers are real people. They have families, they have lives just like you and I. But just having a new perspective of what officers do and what they go through on a day-to-day basis. Just the many different things that they do. It isn't just always driving around in a police car. It's a lot of different units that make it up and everything. So
I met one person who went through the academy because they were actually new in the area and wanted to get to know this community. Is that one of the reasons why people do this?
Yeah, the class that's getting ready to start right now, that is one of the people who's going through. That's exactly why he's applying, because he wants to get to know his community, and so I think that's a great way to do it. The participants who go through, a lot of them say it's a very eye-opening experience. And
it's a great introduction to law enforcement. If a lot of the folks that were in my class were either working in the city or working even for the department, maybe in fingerprinting or one of those areas, but they wanted to see the other aspects of the job, and so it's a great introduction to that career, whether you continue on in law enforcement or not. And I think some of those people do go on to the official academy, correct?
Yes, a lot of people who apply to go through the Citizens Police Academy want to eventually become officers themselves, so they want to learn more about the Salem Police Department to see if they want to apply there in the future, or if they even want to continue on in a career in law enforcement overall. So
I've met some people who've actually gone on to try it on at a different level by being one of the community volunteers, and that brings up the whole aspect of what other ways can you volunteer with the PD?
Well, a lot of people who go through the academy, once they finish, they say, I want to keep helping out the department, I want to continue to be involved, and so we do always encourage them to apply to become a volunteer, and so we do get a lot of volunteers that way. The volunteers serve the Salem Police Department in so many different ways. Every day we have volunteers there doing so many different things. A lot of the programs that volunteers do, like disabled parking patrol, those are things officers simply wouldn't have time to do if we didn't have volunteers there doing it. So going out patrolling the parking lots in Salem, issuing citations to people parked illegally in disabled parking spaces, trying to keep those spaces available for the people who need them. That's what one of the things volunteers do. They move around the radar reader boards that you see in different areas of town, which those are a traffic calming device to encourage people to slow down and just bring attention to the fact that they may be speeding or going a little too fast. And so that's another thing volunteers do. They move those around. They clean the patrol cars for officers so that the cars are ready to go when the officer gets in them, ready to start their shift.
How do they get in touch with you? How do they volunteer?
So if you are interested in volunteering or in the Citizens Police Academy, I could be reached at 503-588-6499, option 1. Or if you visit the City of Salem website, under departments, go to police, and there's links on how to get involved with volunteering or the Citizens Police Academy.
Well, I could certainly say this has been an eye-opener for all of us today.
It's a great experience, I have to say.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Thank you for being our guest today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Well, will you come back and visit us again?
Definitely.
Yes, there's always something new happening.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining us today on InSight. I'm Wendy Brokaw.
And I'm Mary Louise Vanata, and we'll see you next time.